Hey, what's up? If you are a triathlete or a swimmer and you're specifically looking for a goggle that will cut down on the fog and the glare when you're open water swimming, stick around as we do our third of 4 reviews of the best-selling and hottest goggles of 2015. So what we've got here in our third of 4 reviews of the best-selling and hottest goggles of 2015 is the TYR Special Ops 2.0 Polarized goggle. Coming in at $24, these goggles are a little bit pricier than that basic Speedo goggle that we reviewed last time, but at 24 bucks, still a very good deal. And this is getting into a very premium, very comfortable goggle. So for another 4 bucks, it's actually a really good deal. So as I just said, as far as comfort goes, these are by far the most comfortable goggles that I've ever put on. It has a very thick, very flexible silicone gasket that molds to your face. I could swim in this goggle for hours on end without even noticing that it's there. The issue that I had with these goggles, which really made me sad, was how tough it was to get them to fit to my face. I wanted to like these goggles so badly because they look so good, but it was tough to get them to suck to my face really well. For some reason or another, they didn't suck down to my face unless I tightened the crap out of them. And then that defeated the purpose of having a big cushion comfortable goggle. Because it was so tight, it was really uncomfortable on my face. And then that leads into suction. Pure suck in a bad way. Like I said, the only way that I could get this to suction down to my face was making it really tight. And I think that that's because there's a lot going on. It wraps all the way around your face, all the way around your eye socket, not sitting in the socket like the more basic Speedo goggle that we reviewed. And I think it's just more surface area for something to go wrong on. So the suction was no good. When I was diving, swimming, in the pool, or open water, I had a really hard time getting suction, especially when I started putting on a swim cap. So I put on one swim cap, my face scrunched up a little bit, suction got worse. And then when I went in the open water and I tried this with 2 swim caps, I couldn't get this to suction down at all. Then that leads into the issue that I have with fog. Because it wasn't suctioned down very well, there was a lot of moisture getting into the goggle, causing fog. And even in open water, when the water was cool, that normally leads to less fog. But these let in so much moisture in open water that I had to stop in the middle of the lake and figure out where the hell I was because there was so much fog and I couldn't see anything. That then kind of leads into glare and visibility. I'll start by saying that as far as visibility goes, these goggles are awesome. The size of them being on the outside of your eye socket and the wraparound of the goggle around your eye, it's very tough to actually see these goggles. So the viewing angle is the biggest of any of the goggles that we've tried. That was really nice, but the glare was incredible. In the pool, it fogged up so much that I had a hard time seeing the clock, even though these were the lightest goggles of any that we tried, and it's a very nice tint for in the pool, but the tint is more of a pink, so the polarization isn't that good for cutting down glare in the sun, and I was basically staring dead on into a pink sun instead of a sun that polarized lenses had cut the glare down on. So I wasn't overly impressed by how this cut down the glare at all. And then finally, looks. This is what makes me sad about this goggle. It looks so awesome. I love the bright colors, I love the loudness, the mismatched colors. You know, it looks awesome. I wanted to like it so bad, but it just doesn't fit to my face. So that said, a lot of people use the TYR Special Ops 2.0 Polarized goggle, specifically this loud color. It's very popular, but I just found that it was a finicky goggle and it was pretty fussy to actually get it to suction down to my face. So maybe I've just got a funny shaped face. Maybe everyone else has a funny shaped face. I don't know. I wouldn't say that this is a terrible goggle. Obviously it's not, because it's one of the best selling goggles of 2015. It's just not the right goggle for me, that's for sure. So that is it for the TYR Special Ops 2.0 Polarized goggle. But before you leave, I want to remind you that we have one more goggle review to do, and that is of the hottest, most talked about goggle of 2015. It's Roka's entry into the swim goggle game. That was really tough to say. So if you are not yet an A-Race subscriber and you want to make sure that you don't miss that review or the swim goggle wrap up that we do comparing all of these against each other, if you're watching on a computer, you can click anywhere on me or the subscribe above. If you're watching on a smartphone, hit the subscribe button below. If you're a regular A-Race subscriber, thank you for watching, liking, and commenting. We will see you in the next goggle review. Kill your next A-Race.